Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mystery Mischief Monday, where somehow we're going to space again. I hope that you're all having a good day. Let me see who's here. Silica, hello. Elixir, it is good to see you. Detective Zen, please don't change everybody's passwords to password. Password 1 is much more secure. Puddleglum, hello. Shadows of Light, it's good to see you. Shadows are good to have around, especially when it's hot and sunny, but it's not hot and sunny. Never mind. I mean, I like space. The only real surprise today is that we were supposed to be doing Disco Elysium because I spun the wheel and it said we would do Disco Elysium, and I had made this whole plan of like the last Monday of the month I was gonna play what the wheel said, and then I completely forgot that that wasn't necessarily the best planning. Actually, I didn't know last week that the Streampunks were actually going to stream this week. They're doing a streamed session 0 for their game today. But I didn't know that last week. I knew that it was starting next week. So, whatever. It's fine. Today is Mystery Mischief Monday because I'm scattered and play whatever the heck I want, I guess. But so this week, Star Trek Online. Probably going to do Star Trek Online next week as well, because, like I said, today is the session 0, and next week will be the actual launch of the show. Then, after that, I will play Disco Elysium, and then hopefully finish Myst. Planning is for organized people. That might be why I don't do it very well. But I got excited and Clear Skies, Perseverance, Streampunks playing more Star Trek. So I had to deck out and prepare to engage my engines and go boldly into a video game that I actually know pretty well. So hi, Lethal Smile. So yeah, Star Trek Online this week, and then next week, and then I will do the actual redeem of Disco Elysium, and then hopefully, well, then I'll return to Myst 3. I don't know how long it will take to finish, but yeah, that's the plan for Mondays. Wednesday, of course, is Archives Day, and Jeepers. It's not even an important phone call, and they just ridiculous. You added Disco on a whim. I mean, it was eventually going to get picked, so I will play it. I have it. I was all set up and ready to go for this week, and then realized I had to delay. So, back with the food. What did you get? If you want to share, you don't have to share. My current usual name. Yes, my usual game will be Myst. Oh gosh, points. But my usual game will come back in a couple weeks, and we'll eventually finish it. We were in the middle of solving puzzles last week. Of course, Wednesday is Archives. This week I've got a collection that's got materials about the restoration of a historical plantation. So, I don't know. There's a lot of papers. We'll see. It'll be interesting. It always is. Even the stuff that I'm not sure is going to be terribly interesting, it's usually pretty interesting. Saturday, Ultima 6. Sunday, this coming Sunday, I will be starting, possibly playing the entirety of, I don't know, because I've never played it before, the so the mission is called Shore Leave. People keep calling it the Citadel DLC for Mass Effect 3. We're very near the end of the game. It's my first time playing it. So that's coming on Sunday. Hi, Abyssal. It's good to see you. Also, I couldn't decide which badge to put on. I mean, I put on this one because I like this one a lot. But I also had this one, which was from the Type 1 Trekkie from his Kickstarter. And so I like that one a lot. And then, of course, I also have this one, which I've had since the, oh gosh, I don't know, like 94, 93. From the only Star Trek convention I have ever been to. Nothing bad happens to red shirts on Shore Leave. Wait, who's wearing a... Oh, yes, Shore Leave. Hang on, I'll get my red shirt. Yeah. Yeah, nothing bad ever happens on Shore Leave. I'm scared of this mission because people are excited for it, and it's titled Shore Leave. But that's Mass Effect, and that's Sunday. Today is Star Trek Online, and if I actually want to open the game, I'm actually going to move into the game faster today because some of the missions can take time. Although we started a brand new character for Star Trek Online, and I haven't done anything with him since we started him except giving him some goodies. So we're still at the very beginning of the narrative of Star Trek Online, which I will eventually play all the missions on stream. I'll end up being very Borg. No. Although, considering the Mass Effect storyline, it wouldn't surprise me. They're very Borg. Like, we just did a whole thing with people being turned into husks, which are essentially Borg. I have to push the button. Wait, no, that's wrong. Oh, heck. That is... Hang on one moment, please, while I fix the orientation. I just have to change orientations real quick. Not mine. The cameras. Double. My Stream Deck buttons said, but this is where things go on Monday. And I'm like, but I was moving things around. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Also, my voice, still a crapshoot. Definitely still feeling better than it was, but not 100% yet. Citadel DLC is great. You're kind of sad you might miss because of your own space game. That's totally fine. I should turn up the volume in the game. Let me know how the volume is for the game audio. Because it's been quite a while since we played this. This is my main crew here that you can see. It's been a long road getting from there to here. I can't actually sing it. It's just above the register that has recovered from the laryngitis. I can't in a while, yeah. You can't sing the Discovery theme song. Or Enterprise theme song. Wow, brain. Anyway, this is not the character that we created for stream. This is my character, my Romulan, and his main bridge officers. Tron. Tron is the character we created for stream. We played the tutorial. That's as far as we got. So we're gonna hop in just as a preview, or just because I feel like sharing. Stis is the character that I'm currently working on leveling up. He is an Ocampa. And I have a lovely little Vulcan ship. Zanuz is my Orion, and my main KDF character. Sylvanas, that's my Section 31 crew. Then I've got Drew. I've got Simon. I just had to make like an O Romulan. I haven't really played my O Romulan much, but let's see. I've got Velnar, who is yes. Let me tell you, they don't let you play an Enar. It's not one of the playable races. So I created an alien and made one myself. Arguk, who is my ex-Borg Klingon. No. Shadows, this game is completely free to play. You never have to spend any money at all. The monetary spends in this are entirely... they're boosts. They can progress you faster. They're either cosmetic or give you access to unique or special items that can be stronger, but there's not really... there is PvP, but you never have to do it. And so you can entirely play this game without ever spending money, other than like internet connection and like that kind of stuff. But yeah, you don't have to pay for anything. The DLCs, you get them when they're released. Would an Ocampa survive one tour of duty? Detective Zen, I can't answer that without potentially spoiling parts of Voyager, but in the latter seasons of Voyager, they discover an entire colony of Ocampa that had gone off and were traveling among the stars and lived longer lives. And then I have a Romulan X-Borg. I have a Cation, or no, sorry, not Cation. Pharassin. I don't know, the other cat race. Of course, I had to create Nigel Rogan. Reference to Clear Skies there. Tulin is my Cardassian. Harper, another, O Romulan, because I like the idea of an Orion Romulan. And then my two Jem'Hadar. Neither of which I've really played very much. But we're going to focus on Tron. Because we created Tron. Now, I did give him some like boosty things. I don't remember exactly what I got him boost wise, but I know there were like I got like a starter pack or something from the shop, but I don't remember which one, and it doesn't matter. Suffice to say, we're at the very beginning of the story, but Tron is already level 65, which is the max level, and kitted out with really good equipment. So, hi Hannah, it's good to see you. So I did that mostly because I've played this game a lot of times and I wanted to show off and play with new stuff. So I gave him the legendary Kalian Intel Multi-Mission Explorer, which is, I don't know much about it actually. What is? I don't know. It's one of the legendary ships, and I got him a Delta Flyer, and then the base bridge officers that you start with, I have. So Elisa, Flores, Koles, Tivrel, and Zarva. Those are like the starting bridge officers that you get during the tutorial. I also went and picked up an Enar because I like them. That it costs money to get an Enar. That's something from this store. And then with my pack, I also got all these holograms of some well-known characters. So I've got a hologram Harry Kim, a hologram Bashir, a hologram Janeway, a hologram Nog, a hologram Paris, and a hologram Tuvok. I have bridge officer specializations that I can give, and the ship that I have actually has intelligence officer stations, but I haven't decided who I want to give the intelligence officer specialization to, other than that I already gave it to Gohor here. So I could assign him to a station, and he's got some abilities that could be useful. I don't know yet, though, what I want, because I literally have not really played this character. That said, I think, so I've got, from applying the, hey, jump straight to 65 thing that I gave to this character, I can go pick up some duty officers from Starfleet Academy, and then we can jump into a mission. Can chat have the intelligence station? Well, with enough smart comments, maybe. So I don't know. Are you all fairly familiar with Star Trek Online, or not familiar at all? Or I did say, like, no spoilers in case somebody pops in who doesn't know. You'd like the dessert station? Technically, so right now they've got the 13th anniversary event going on. And because my character is level 65, I could go in and do my daily progress on it. I'm not going to, because that would give away things that happen much, much, much later in the story. I will wait and do that after stream on another character. But you used to play but haven't touched it in a couple of years. I go through periods where this is like my go-to game, and I just play a lot. You don't know anything? Well, so we did the tutorial last time, but we haven't really jumped into any of the like story narrative. We had an encounter with some Borg, and Captain Nog helped us out. So this is Starfleet Academy. And if you start as just the base Federation, so you can play Klingon, you can play essentially like TOS, or sorry, yeah, you can play Klingon, you can play Romulan, you can play original series era Federation, you can play Discovery era Federation, or you can play modern Federation. If you play like the default, the modern era Federation, it's the starting year is 2409. And everybody eventually ends up in the same place. But there are some really fun like original series era and Discovery era missions that you get if you start with those. Me just running through the lakes on campus at Starfleet Academy. So I have a mission here that is go and speak to Lieutenant Farah. It's just a redeem for duty officers, which I can explain about in a minute here. But all right, initial complement of duty officers is now available. So these are duty officers. They're never more than just a little portrait picture. And now I have them. Oh, did we go down? Okay, let me look at. It could be that I just need to lower the graphics settings a little. Yeah, we're wobbly, but we're not terrible. Also, my trash fire isn't bouncing because I forgot to turn that on. Duty officers sound messy. Oh gosh. Let me just bump the graphics down a little. And see if that helps the stream out at all. Oh no, I hit the button of the black alert. So, because I thought, I looked over and I saw a little red square. But whatever, it's fine. Duty officers, in here, I can assign missions. And so the roster, these are the duty officers that I presently have. I just picked up the first complement of duty officers, but I also have some others that I got from stuff that I bought at the store. But you can totally do everything with the ones that you can get in game. That said, I think I should have. Yeah. I can grab some lower decks duty officers, and so why not? They're free. I'm just gonna grab them from the store and add them to my roster. Oh, did I actually add them? Yes. So I can assign people to stations. There's this active space and active ground here. And I've got 5 open positions for duty officers. They give extra boosts if they're assigned. Otherwise, they're just useful for like research projects and stuff like that. So if I say assign Beckett Mariner over here, I get a bonus of an assault squad officer. Let's see, space secondary shields from tactical team. So it gives extra abilities. Assault squad officer, I may end up like there might be a mission or a one of these duty officer missions here might require an assault squad officer, in which case this duty officer would be useful for that. So that's kind of what that stuff is all about. I'm gonna throw my lower decks people on active duty here, because why not? The other 2 are ground, I think. Rutherford. I like Rutherford. Where's Tendi? There you are, Tendi. So far that is the only way that Lower Decks kind of is in the game. There is a Lower Decks uniform that's available. Otherwise, purple, generally good. I have not dug into and don't really know what I'm looking for from the duty officers. I just play the game. So I want any epics, ultra rares, fairy rares, rares. chance to create an aftershock gravity well. I believe I have gravity well currently, so that would be good. What do you mean? Why do you not let me put on active duty? Okay. Oh, it's because the ability matches with this one. Got it. I was like, what's going on? It won't let me give that person a job. Energy weapons officer space. Chance to reduce the time to recharge when using subsystem targeting attacks. Increase healing skills. Me personally, I always like increased healing skills in a game. I think that's useful. Ground operational asset cooldown reduction. Adds a damage resistance buff. Well, these are both going to be fine, but you've got emotional, aggressive, teamwork. You've got congenial and telepathic. I'd rather have you with the aggressive on active duty because you're less useful for these kinds of missions. Hi, wannabe Sayuri. Okay. Yeah, I will get there in just 1 second. So I could start this. I'm not going to. I'm going to do most of that stuff off stream. I just had not done that one yet. So let's jump into a story mission, and that's going to bug me if I don't clear it. All right. I've already accepted the mission, but I can get the mission profile for you, so you all know what we're supposed to do.
My friend sacrificed so much to secure peace with the Klingons. I bear the responsibility for the consequences to him and his crew. A thought that troubles me to this day. The hope was that this alliance would last forever. It did not. The Klingons have chosen war. The Federation is doing its utmost to protect its borders and the billions of innocents who call this space home. But I fear that this conflict may be our undoing.
I usually keep doing what I'm doing and don't listen. Because I've heard them all before, but it's nice to hear the voice. So right now we're in the first story arc, which is the Klingon War. Former allies are now bitter enemies. The Federation will do anything to protect its borders and the billions of innocents who call this space home. But Starfleet's efforts may not be enough to stop the advance of the Klingon Empire. Welcome to Earth Space Dock was the tutorial. So presently we have diplomatic orders.
This is a delicate diplomatic situation. Handle it quickly and decisively.
I wanted you to tell me the mission.
This is a delicate...
Okay, fine. You don't want to. I will click on the information. Information. So this is the first mission. Shadows, I think so. I'll check in a second. Admiral, we have a diplomatic mission for you. An important Vulcan ambassador is traveling from his homeworld to the monastery at Pajem. Capturing the ambassador would be a major coup for the Klingons or Orions, so we're assigning you to make sure everything goes smoothly. You are to escort Ambassador Soketh to Pajem. Please meet him at Vulcan. Once you locate him, speak with him about the transport mission. Do whatever is necessary to keep him safe. So that is the mission. So I know it's available, Shadows, but it goes on sale and not on sale. I don't know which anniversary bundles are available. Is it going to be... I mean, it's one I already own, so I just don't know exactly where I need to look to find out if it's presently available. But yes, you can definitely still get it. But you have to buy, I think it's the 11th anniversary bundle. Is it? It's got to be the 11th. Might be the 10th anniversary bundle. I'd have to do some research online to confirm which one it's in. If it's the 10th anniversary bundle, it does not look like it's presently available in the store. Thank you, Mikado. It's the 10th bundle. I didn't see the 10th bundle listed there. So it might not be available right now. Unless you already have it. Because it looks like right now they've got the 11th and the 12th. And I assume the 13th, but I don't have that one yet if it exists. Ooh. Apparently that is available to me. Yeah. It'll come back on sale again at some point. It goes on sale and then not on sale. It's a rather expensive one. I think it's about $200 to get that bundle. And that remains the only way to get the Ross. Captain, we have arrived at the Vulcan system. I took the liberty of contacting the ambassador's aide when we arrived. Tapella says that the ambassador has certain arrangements that he prefers when traveling. She would like to go over them with you. Would you like me to put her on the main view screen?
Greetings. Thank you for agreeing to escort the ambassador to Pajem. Ambassador Sokath is currently attending a ritual to honor the end of the Kalrek holiday. He will be done soon, but the ambassador is hesitant to use transporter technology. His bias against the transporters is not logical, but I have come to accept it.
Okay, I get people on Archer's Enterprise not wanting to use the transporter. I even understand like Bones being against the transporter, and even people like, but a Vulcan?
I believe that Sokath would be much more comfortable traveling by shuttlecraft.
Not logical.
I have received clearance for you to land near the ambassador's location. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Yeah, it's an expensive bundle, wannabe. And so as of now, that is the only way they've ever released the Ross, is as part of that bundle. Oftentimes there'll be cheaper ways to get something, but right now since it was released, that has been the only way to get it. We are ready to land on Vulcan, sir. When you are ready to make our final approach, let me know. So it's your first view of a shuttle interior in the game. Honestly, I think this is kind of the only time I ever see a shuttle interior. Let's go ahead and land.
Starfleet shuttlecraft. This is Vulcan Orbital Control. You are cleared to land at...
I don't really know what happened. Are we back? Okay. Yeah, no, I had an entire internet hiccup there. So, it bumped me out of the game and pause the stream. Checks to make sure all the red shirts are okay. What's funny is I've always had issues with STO occasionally just losing the server. So doesn't surprise me. The Klingons won. No. They do have Janeway, like Kate Mulgrew has voiced a lot of stuff for this. So I don't know exactly why these screens are not voiced, but whatever. Captain, the ambassador and his aide are waiting for you at the temple at the top of this rise. You can speak to them there and find out if the ambassador needs anything else from us before we depart for Pajem. Oh, I know why. It's because this isn't, oh, that's really confusing. This is my holographic bridge officer, not the actual Catherine Janeway. Because I have holograms assigned to stations. So it's going to be really confusing whenever Janeway shows up. Because she actually shows up to give you missions in the game. Soketh's aide Tipella has requested you meet her before speaking to the ambassador. What's funny is if I had the default characters, I think they're voiced. All right, so she's asked that we talk to her before talking to the ambassador. Also, welcome to Vulcan, everybody. Isn't it lovely? Nice and hot and dry, deserty. I assume Vulcan has to have some other biome somewhere. It's a pity you can't get Bonnie as your ship's computer. Would be amazing. I think there are at least, I know there's at least one other actress who is currently voicing Star Trek ship's computers. I think there are 3 actresses presently that are actively voicing the ship's computer for different Star Trek properties. But yeah, it would be awesome if I could have Bonnie as my ship's computer in this game. Welcome to Vulcan.
Captain, I regret to inform you that we have come to an impasse in completing your mission. Allow me to explain. As you know, Pajem is sacred to the Vulcan people, and access to it is strictly prohibited. Ordinarily, this would not present any difficulty, but Savin, the leader of the order that maintains the monastery, has chosen this moment to illogically refuse to grant Ambassador Soketh permissions to meet with the abbot at Pajem. This is most abnormal.
Can this trip wait until Savin changes his mind?
The ambassador has considered going to the council to request that they overrule Savin, but the process will take time that he simply does not have. If the ambassador is unable to complete his journey to Pajem now, he will have to delay it until after the trade conference at Coridan is complete, and that could take weeks.
I wonder why Savin won't grant the ambassador permission.
The ambassador, I'm afraid, has spent too much time off-world. I have seen it change him. His interactions with other species have grown easier over the years, but our own people have become more challenging for him to deal with. Perhaps you could speak to Savin. I know he has a great deal of respect for Starfleet, and you might have an easier time than he has in convincing him to grant the ambassador's request.
So the green is our orders, or what we need to do. Question Savin about why he won't allow Soketh to visit Pajem. Let me speak to Savin then. Maybe you could use STO to play your Clear Skies engineer character. You should. I encourage it. Honestly, I don't know if I ever actually created my my Clear Skies RP character in Star Trek Online. I must have, but it's probably in the PS4 version of the game. I might need to recreate that character again.
Peace and long life. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Soketh says you won't permit him to visit Pajem.
Sarketh accuses me of abandoning logic, but he is the one refusing to explain his reasons for wanting to go to Pajem. The planet is sacred. Our ancestors walked those paths. They found understanding and serenity in its quiet. When I am at Pajem, I feel more at peace than any place else in the galaxy. Pajem has been touched by outside influences in the past. The Federation is at war. Now more than any other time, we must protect this refuge.
Sorry. Pajem has been touched by outside influences in the past. You don't say! I don't really want to spoil Enterprise if anybody has any inkling of wanting to watch Enterprise, but outside influences. Uh-huh.
Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Why did the Vulcans restrict access to Pajem?
Many years ago, Pajem was used for political purposes. Technology used to spy on the Andorians was hidden beneath the sacred sanctuary.
Okay,
It should never have happened.
that's what happens in
Things
Enterprise.
that had stood for 12 centuries were destroyed because we allowed politics and war in a place where there should only be logic and contemplative thought. When the monastery was rebuilt, we pledged to keep it safe from the cares of the galaxy. Only those who seek peace may enter. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
The Vulcan people have monasteries?
Even a people who reject emotion require peace and contemplation. We are a spiritual people. Our rituals guide us throughout our lives. Vulcans who choose a life of study and isolation, as the monks at Pajem have done, help us maintain our connection with our ancestors. The monks' study of Sirach's words in the Kir'Shara give us all a greater understanding of who we are and who we should strive to be. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Tell me more about Sirach.
Centuries ago, the Vulcans were creatures of emotion. We fought one another in a series of wars that devastated our planet. Our species was on the brink of annihilation. Sirach taught us to embrace peace and to put aside our emotions in favor of logic. Sirach ushered in a time of awakening on Vulcan. His writings, the Kir'Shara, shaped all that we are. Without Sirach, the Vulcans you know would not exist. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Just a few more. Don't you trust Ambassador
I neither
Soketh?
trust him nor distrust the ambassador. I simply do not understand him. He will not reveal his reasons for wishing to speak to the abbot, and has refused a mind meld with me. Normally I could respect his privacy, but other things I have heard trouble me.
Elaborate maybe on
You seek
what you've
knowledge
heard?
of the ancestors.
Ah, yes. Tell me more about what you've heard.
Sarketh has spent more and more time away from Vulcan in recent years, and seems ill at ease in what was once his home. T'Pela admits he has changed in the past few months. He spends hours closeted in his study, and does not share meals with his staff as he used to. T'Pela says that the stress of the war with the Klingon Empire is taking its toll. She hopes the peace of Pajem will restore him. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
What if the abbot agrees to speak to Soketh via subspace?
The monks do not use any unnecessary technology. Even
That's convenient.
replicators are not permitted on Pajem. There is a communications array available to the monks for emergencies. Soketh's request does not qualify.
So no transporters. Has to physically go there. You don't trust him. The monks can't talk to him over subspace. Great. This is all working out well.
Knowledge of the ancestors.
Is there any way I can persuade you to allow Soketh to visit Pajem?
I will permit it if you will pledge to me, on your honor as a Starfleet officer, that you will protect Pajem from harm. Soketh says his reasons for wanting to speak to the abbot are private. I will accept that, but only if you are with him. I know I can trust Starfleet. Please, protect P'Jem from any who would violate its sanctity.
Okay. Apparently we're protecting P'Jem.
Welcome to Vulcan. Do you have any questions?
Tell me about P'Jem.
P'Jem is a small world near Andoria. It is sacred to our people. There have been Vulcans on P'Jem for centuries. In 2152, the ancient buildings that housed our monastery were destroyed by the Andorians.
The Andorians? But they are also part of the Federation.
It was a failing in our logic that led to conflict with the Andorians. We have corrected our error. After the Federation was founded, a group of Andorians, Vulcans, and humans rebuilt the monastery as a symbol of peaceful coexistence and cooperation. Since then, a group of monks has lived there. They study the ideals of Sirach.
I actually really like how they pick up Red, like this story about the monastery that happened in the time of the TV series Enterprise, and now it's been rebuilt, and yeah, I think it's great.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, why do you want to go to P'Jem?
My business is my own. If you must know more, I require a meeting with the abbot. He will not use subspace communications, so if I am to receive his counsel, I need to meet with him directly.
You seem rather emotional for a Vulcan.
Do you have any questions?
I've spoken to Savin. We can leave for P'Jem now, or I've spoken to Savin. Why doesn't he trust you? Always ask for more information.
How should I know? He is a small man with small concerns. Thankfully, he has listened to reason, and our journey won't be delayed any longer. I am ready to leave now. Is the shuttle prepared for departure?
Yeah, sure, let's go. I remember we specifically, always get the info. We specifically made a really short character. And it's just weird because, like, he's really short compared to everybody else. Back to the shuttle. This is like I said, this is basically the very first mission after the tutorial. So it's not nearly as involved as in as some of the later missions. Like, I'm not battling my way to and from places. Most of this has been dialogue in dialogue windows so far, but it won't all be that. Diplomatic way of saying, hey, why are you being a dick?
Starfleet shuttlecraft, we have logged your flight trajectory, and you are cleared for departure. Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper. And again, it's like the only time they ever put you inside a shuttlecraft. And you're literally just there to immediately leave. There's nothing you need to do there. Ambassador Soketh has retired to his quarters, Captain. We can leave the system whenever you like. All right, let's go.
Your inventory has a replicator that will allow you to buy and sell items. Press.
Yep, I know that. Thank you. So our new destination is P'Jem, which is right next door to Vulcan. If I just open the map and click on it, I can have it auto-navigate for me. I could also just use, if I click over here on the side, there's a little button I can click that'll bring up a menu, and I could have it just jump me straight to the mission start point. Which I do a lot of now, because I've played this game many times. Begin diplomatic orders. Sir, I'm picking up an unusual energy reading in this system. We should scan the system before we take the ambassador to the surface. Agreed. Sensors on maximum. What could it be? Let's scan and find out. I still don't need to do anything flying-wise yet, but we'll get there. It's Klingons. We're at war with them.
This is Captain Katak. All Klingon vessels. Target their war cry. There will be no escaping our
They're a bit outclassed in this battle because of all the stuff that I got from the C-store. If I was really starting this game fresh from the beginning with nothing, no purchases, that battle would have taken a lot longer. Captain, we're being held by the Klingons.
Cease your fire, Captain. Perhaps today is a day for words. My fellow captains were blinded by our vengeance toward the shapeshifter aboard your vessel. They have died with honor. But if I am to die this day, then I would prefer to regale the halls of Stovallkor with the tale of that foul creature's death.
Hold it. Rewind a little. You said shapeshifter?
Ha! So even the mighty Federation has been fooled by the beast. Your guest from Vulcan is not as he or she seems, Captain. They are an Undine. They put on a false face and try to control us, but we Klingons know better. We will hunt them down until the last of these honorless dogs dies screaming.
An Undine? Have you any proof? Actually, 1 second. Oh, geez. No, stop. Ah. This was my bad. I apologize. I wanted to check the voice volume. The voices seemed really quiet to me. Overall volume's at FX. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just my ears. Aw, I wanted to keep talking to him. Wait, go back. I don't know if I could fix this. The voices were really quiet. Okay, I thought they were. I can fix that. But I can't make him talk to me again, apparently. Well, that's fine. I mean, it's just... Actually, that might have been the end of what he says anyway. Alright. I'm gonna bump FX volume down. Bump the music down a little. Ambient down. We'll just dump all of it down except voice volume. Maybe video volume? See how that goes. Minnesota Vikings 18. Hello, thank you for the follow. All right. Captain, sensor scans indicate the Klingon vessel's warp drive, shields, and weapon systems are all offline. I don't even think they have impulse power. Whatever you decide to do, they can't really do much about it. All right. Science, what's your opinion? The Undine are a species that was first encountered by the crew of the USS Voyager. They cataloged them as species 8472. As the Klingon commander indicated, they are indeed capable of changing shape. Additionally, they possess telepathic abilities that aid them in infiltrating the cultures of other species. Oh, Elixir, thank you. I will stretch. I fixed my posture when I saw you putting them in, and I will hydrate. So Ambassador Soketh could be one? I'm afraid that is a conclusion we cannot rule out, Captain. I could conduct a test to determine if the ambassador is who he claims to be. Unfortunately, that would violate his ambassadorial immunity. The Klingon vessel is awaiting your response, Captain. Well, fine. Tactical, what's your opinion? The Undine are physically superior to humans and consider anyone from our dimension to be an inferior life form. Their vessels are more than a match for the Borg. They represent a great threat to Starfleet. Fine. Where is Ambassador Soketh now? The ambassador is still in his quarters. Sir, I recommend sending a security detail to detain the ambassador until we are certain of his identity. A sound precaution. Agreed. All right. Engineering. Why are we asking engineering? I don't know. The Undine come from a dimension known as fluidic space. They use quantum singularities to move into ours. I'm afraid much of their technology still remains a mystery to us. But one thing is certain. It is not to be underestimated. Then, as far as I'm aware, there's nothing in Alpha Canon. So none of the TV shows or movies ever have the Undine encountering the Founders. They definitely have encountered one another. I say that, but I'm not actually certain whether they ever do cross in this game. They must. But I don't know. Why are we asking engineering? We're busy after that. Yeah, like, engineering, what's your opinion on the Undine situation? Well, they have weird technology and we don't know much. That I can't say, Captain, but as the Undine are virtually unknown in the Beta Quadrant, my guess is that they're aiming to conceal their presence here. The Klingons? What the Klingons are saying could be true, Captain. If the Undine are in the Beta Quadrant, it might just be that the Klingons sniffed them out before us. In this case, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. All right. Call the ambassador to the bridge and open a channel to the Klingon vessel. Let's settle this.
My patience is growing thin, Captain.
Still really quiet.
If you lack the stomach to slay the beast aboard your vessel, then any Klingon here would gladly do it for you. I'd hate for you to stain that pretty Starfleet uniform with Undine blood.
I think the only way I get those voices louder is to bump up the actual full game volume. But I bumped everything else down, so hopefully, like, in-game, I dropped all the volumes other than the voices. Okay. Very generous, but unnecessary.
Then the beast is slain? Makar! Very good! Perhaps you've the heart of a warrior after all. Let me look upon our enemy, and tonight we will dine together as warriors and drink to the honored dead.
I present Ambassador Soketh.
Captain, I take my meditations very seriously. Why have I been summoned to the bridge?
Accused? Meet your accuser.
Alive? You're a fool, Captain! Strike now before it's too late!
Not without proof, Katak. Oh, yeah, it's Katak. It looked like... Sorry. The exclamation point looked like an L. Not without proof, Katak.
You want proof? Then lower your shields and allow me to beam over. Once the Undine's blood coats my blade, you'll see it for what it truly is. A Grint hound in Tark's clothing.
Ambassador, allow me to explain.
There's no need, Captain. The situation is not difficult to unravel. My concern lies in the logic of you entertaining this Klingon's meritless claim.
Meritless, but not unreasonable.
A most illogical conclusion. Allow us to examine the facts, Captain. You have a crippled Klingon vessel, whose captain has made unsubstantiated claims that I am an Undine, a species that is known to both the Federation and the Klingon Empire as a considerable threat.
That's a reasonable consideration.
Potentially, but only if a great many other factors were to be true. Is it not much more likely that the Klingons have, in the face of defeat, instead sought to exploit Starfleet's desire for peaceful resolutions to conflict in order to repair their vessel and renew their assault?
Status of the Klingon vessel. Weapons inoperable. Warp drive is still offline. Wait, I'm detecting an energy surge. They're engaging their cloaking device. Red alert, lock weapons.
True warrior strikes without mercy, Captain. I only hope to teach you this lesson personally before the Undine does. We may not be able to best your vessel, but the Klingon knows many roads to victory. The beast may have evaded my vengeance for now, but I can still ruin its plans here at Pajem.
Fire. I've lost them on sensors, Captain. They're gone. I love it. It's mixing the characters up now. That's great. Scan the area. Captain, I'm detecting energy signatures on Pajem's surface. They're in the vicinity of the monastery. They appear to be transporter signals. Life signs indicate they are Klingons. And I say, I'm taking an away team down. Captain, shall I accompany you? No, it's too dangerous.
A wise precaution. Though I admit I am eager to see my people safe, I will await word until the monastery is secured. And Captain, let not my journey here be for naught.
Away team to transporter room 1. I've lost them. It's been doing this for a few months, where it repeats the very end of that conversation for some reason. All right, let's beam down. Let's see. My away team is still set to the default characters, apparently. Instead of the new away team. Away! That's not who I want to take. I at least want to take my Enar. I'm fine with the others. I like that they give you the holograms, but I don't necessarily want to use them for everything. Oh, wow. Many things popped up on screen there all at once, and I wasn't ready for it. Captain, we need to secure the area and then make our way toward the monastery, which is located at the top of the hill. I'm reading multiple Klingon patrols between us and the main building, sir. Recommend we proceed with caution. Stay alert. We need to find the monks. All right. So here we are at the monastery at Pajem. This is as slow as I can walk. I feel like I should be walking slower. Oh, wait, there's a Klingon. We're at war with them. And they're not supposed to be here. Oh, stop walking. I didn't mean to walk that far. Oh. See, I know these levels really well. There's newer content that I do not know as well, but I'm trying not to like zip through it. I'm trying to go through at a more sedate pace. I usually speedrun this and don't really pay much attention to it anymore because I've played this level many times. I feel like there used to be a crate over there or something. Or I'm just used to checking it like every time I play. Ooh, a Cardassian Taspa egg. Sadly, I don't have any Cardassian crew members who might enjoy that. Yuri Prawl. Was it Prawl that ate? No, it wasn't Prawl. Who ate the egg? Who had the dare on Clear Skies and tried the egg at Jane's insistence? Oh gosh, I can't think of his name. Fortunate that you have arrived. Vren, thank you. I couldn't think of the name. Don't attack the monks, Klingon. The monks are here meditating on logic. Okay. The main monastery. Don't think I have a... So this character is a temporal recruit or a delta recruit? I don't remember which gives some additional objectives in some of the levels, but I don't believe this level has one. And also, every map has these little, you can scan. I could scan this and do a little mini game and get some Tritonium gas. I don't really need it, and I find the mini games to be more tedious than enjoyable. So I tend to skip them. I don't even know what all my abilities are right now. Okay, let's hear this incoming message. Sir, we're receiving an alert from Vulcan. Capella says she must speak to you immediately. I'll patch her through to your tricorder.
I have terrible news. Vulcan security forces have discovered the body of Ambassador Soka.
No.
They have determined that he was killed by a phaser blast at short range. His remains were discovered in a stasis chamber hidden in a cavern beneath the Ambassador's residence. The Ambassador on your ship, the one that I have been working for, is an imposter.
Dun dun dun! That is where we would have a commercial break if this was a TV show.
You need to be very careful. This imposter was able to fool Soketh's closest associates for months. He is crafty and very patient. Now that he has been discovered, he will be dangerous.
Captain, security teams have reached Ambassador Soketh's quarters, but he's gone. They're searching the ship, but... Sir. He's in pasta, yeah. Sir, unauthorized use of the transporters detected. The Vulcan government is requesting that the imposter Soketh be detained and returned to Vulcan for questioning. Sir, whomever used the transporter erased the logs, but I have a feeling that the imposter is on the planet's surface. I recommend we locate him immediately. We'll find him. Oh, where could he be?
Such emotion on your face.
I'm
I see now
not Vulcan.
my deception has been exposed. Pity. Capturing the abbot so we could replace him as well would have been beneficial. But we are strong. We will prevail. You are weak, and the weak
shall perish. Hello, Species 8472. Like, we just had a mission with the Borg, and now we're facing off against 8472? That's how this game starts. I'm trying out my abilities. I'm not it's mostly that I never play tactical, so like I always play science officer, so I don't even know what the normal basic tactical officer abilities even are. Also, I defeated him really fast. Recommend we return to the Catherine Johnson and search for the Undine ship. We need to find the Undine and take it back to Starfleet. King of Robinson, thank you for the follow. Welcome. All right, let's beam up to the Catherine Johnson. Captain, there's an Undine ship on an intercept course. Sir, the Catherine Johnson doesn't have the armaments to handle an Undine attack. Starfleet reports that it is sending ships to assist us, but they are about 60 seconds out. We have to hold out until the reinforcements get here, Captain. If we target their torpedoes, we might have a chance. Well, that's going to read somewhat inaccurate because I definitely have the armaments to take on this ship. The signal that I sent them, oh, you can't even see it. There was an extra prompt behind my head, which is for the Delta Recruit extra mission thing. And it was literally just send a signal to the Undine ship, and so I did. Yeah, I'm very overpowered for this mission. It's fine. Story-wise, they're still not going to let me defeat the ship until reinforcements arrive. So this fight is more indicative of what most of the game is like. I mean, there's a lot of ground missions, and there's a decent balance between ground and space missions, but
I don't know if the Undine will listen to your message, but maybe it will make a difference. The Undine ultimately want to keep fluidic space free from outside influence. When Catherine Janeway first encountered them in the Delta Quadrant, she promised we would stay away, and we held to our end of the bargain until the Undine sent agents to infiltrate our governments.
So this part is related to my character being a Delta recruit or a temporal agent recruit. Which one is it? Yeah, Delta recruit. It's temporal agent stuff anyway, but yeah.
But the Undine only sent those agents because the Iconians fooled them into thinking we were invading fluidic space first. We were both deceived. This is a tragic series of misunderstandings that has led to wars and countless deaths. And it's all the Iconians' fault. They used the Undine to destabilize our alliances and set the stage for their invasion.
I've leveled this character to 65, except that we haven't played any of the story missions. When I started this character on stream a few months ago, we did the tutorial, and then I bought one of the packs and just bumped the character straight to 65. But it is definitely not my first character. Yeah, darned Iconians. So there's a bit of a mismatch between the equipment that my character has and the abilities that I have, and where we are in the story. Incoming message from the Challenger.
This is Captain LaForge of the USS Challenger. Glad to see we made it here in time to lend you a hand. Perhaps you'll return the favor someday. LaForge out.
When we get back to sector space, I'll pop in on the ship screen and we can take a look. We've recovered the final data transmissions from the Undine vessel, as well as samples from the organic material that was used to create the ship. We need to get all of this back to Starfleet intelligence. They may be able to decrypt the messages and tell us more. Because I don't remember. This is the only character I've had this specific class of ship on.
Was an Undine? I'm afraid their infiltration of the Federation goes much deeper than we realized. Who knows what kind of havoc they could create?
Oh, they can create some havoc. All right, so we're going to get experience, expertise, a data recorder, which will play recordings as we travel around sector space, some equipment that is way too low for, but would be great if we actually had the starting ship. He'll pop up again in a second to tell me what the next mission is.
I've received a report
there
is a Bolian freighter that is overdue arriving at Earth space dock. It may need assistance.
Admiral, I've received a report that a Bolian freighter, the SS Azura, is more than 20 hours overdue for arrival at Earth space dock. It may need assistance. Dana Brott is an experienced captain and the daughter of a former Starfleet officer. It's not like her to be out of contact. Your orders are to head out to sector space and find the Azura. I've already transmitted the ship's last known coordinates to your con officer. And then it shows what you can get. I'll accept the mission. So yeah. The ship that I've currently got is a legendary Kalian Intel multi-mission explorer. So this one, I don't actually know a ton about this one. Because like I said, I had not previously ever used this ship before. It's a legendary, so I expect it would be in the shop here, and I can get a better layout of the information about it from in here. I don't think I can make the picture big. It's a Vesta class. The Vesta class line of ships has already proven itself a capable and versatile vessel in many regards, which caused Starfleet intelligence to take a keen interest in further developing and specializing some of its well-known functionality for dangerous and sometimes highly classified intelligence operations. It's a Section 31 carrier ship, actually, I think. The result of these developments is the updated Kalian class, which can, in many respects, be seen as the pinnacle of its lineage. The legendary Kalian Intel multi-mission explorer comes with the following features from previous ships within its lineage. It comes with a couple of consoles. It has some actually really interesting, like, as you level up, the bonuses you get, because it has a extra bonus. It's a tier 6 ship. Yeah. Essentially, it's a Section 31 dreadnought / carrier, because it's got hangar pet and can launch 4 ships. So I just haven't used it before. It's been out for a little while. Yeah, I like it. Although the ship that I'm really in love with right now is the Saturn class, which I have on my main character. I'm gonna jump over to the next. So I think we've got about a half an hour. We've done one story mission.
20 ships in range. This is Dana Brott of the transport SS Azura. Please help. Warp core containment field down. Radiation flooding ship.
Oh, you got a new ship?
Communications and life support failing. Cannot eject warp core. Need immediate evacuation and assistance. Please help us.
So that is the intro to the next story mission. Which isn't a terribly lengthy mission, so I think I'll pop in on it. What did you get, King of Ramen? Also, let me know how I should be saying your name, because I read it as King of Ramen Shin, but I don't know if that is how I should be reading it.
To any ships in range, this is Dana Brott of the transport SS Azura. Please help. We're being pursued by Orion raiders. Crew injured, taking heavy fire. Dropping out of warp near your coordinates. Need immediate evacuation and assistance. Please help us.
Tivrel, keep tracking that distress signal. Now, oh, you got a Romulan heavy. I tend to go for the fighters, personally, but I do have a couple heavy ships. See, now we've got Orions. We're getting hit with everything. Full power, take us in. I didn't even read it. Sorry. Oh, come on. I should be able to just, like, make Swiss cheese out of these people. Although I have the weapons, I don't have the abilities yet. Really. Like, not... I have a bunch of default abilities at high level, but none of the, like, nice specialized things that you get by actually progressing through the game and doing some of the, like, development stuff. But the starter packs do say they are to give you a boost at the beginning, which is what I got it for. So you have the ability to pasteurize Orions? Something like that. Captain, I'm detecting elevated radiation levels on the Azura. I've alerted the transporter chief of the situation. She can brief you before you beam over to the Azura. I should fix that. I will eventually. All right. Mostly, you never have to come into the transporter room. With these early missions, they have some of these things.
I'm concerned about the radiation on the Azura. She might have some damage to the warp core, but our sensors can't pick up enough to determine exactly what you'll find over there. I'm sure I can send you and the away team to the ship safely, but getting you back might be a problem until the Azura's critical damage is repaired. Step on the transporter pad when you're ready to go, and be careful, sir.
Try to keep a lock on us and prepare to transport survivors. I don't know, Detective Zen. That is a good question. Also, we're not spread out on the pads properly either, but... And we've got an alert. Readings indicate a piece of unusual technology aboard this ship, possibly Iconian in origin. We need to locate it. So that's another of those Delta recruit missions. Multiple life signs. Some of them are the Azura's captain and crew, but the rest are Orion. Plasma leaks are blocking our path to the survivors. We will need to use the consoles to safely vent the plasma. Rescuing survivors is our top priority. And I discovered a crate that I had never seen before last time I ran through here. Yeah, I never saw this one before. I was never picking it up. It's not a big deal. It gave me like a small power cell. and a small hypo. I will probably never use them. Hello, injured crew person who I have never in my life been able to save. Crew members critically injured, and you do not have the training needed to assist them. Yeah, but I almost always play science, and I've still never managed to save these crew members. It never gives me credit for it. Oh yeah. I was thinking that the console I needed was inside there, but it's not. It's right here. Got to turn off those plasma leaks before you walk through without letting it cool down at all. It's so weird playing a tactical tune, because I like basically always play science. Hello, Brute. I see you. I see you. All right. Come on, pick up the things. There we go. I'm not going to scan the Thoron particles. Not going to do it. It's just a mini game that frustrates me. I'll do the mini games when I need to. Like, there's a mini game for the current event where you have to stabilize Omega particles, and I do it because it's the only way to get the Omega particle. But I really, I don't like the mini games personally. There is a lot of just going and shooting things in this, and I feel like in Star Trek there would be less of that, but it's still a really fun game. All right. Got more injured crew people that I cannot assist. Yeah, scanning the warp core, Captain. Catastrophic failure of antimatter containment. Warp core breach is imminent. Captain, unless the breach is contained, the Azura will be destroyed. Well, sadly, I'm not an engineer, so get on that, Zarva.
The alloys used in this device are normally only found in the Delta Quadrant. We know that the Iconians have gateways that allow them to go anywhere they wish. It would be reasonable to assume that they have had influence in the Delta Quadrant as well.
All right, I have satisfied my Delta recruit mission.
We hit an Orion ambush on our way to K7. We lost our weapons almost immediately, and then we took a direct hit near engineering. Our warp engine's magnetic antimatter containment field failed. We had no choice but to drop shields and use the power to try to stabilize the containment field. As soon as the shields were down, Orions boarded the ship.
You're very wordy for someone who needs to get out of the ship really fast.
Azura. Please, take my crew to safety. I'll keep trying to stabilize the warp core. If I'm lucky, I can buy you some time.
I'll help your crew. So now Klingons are showing up. Hooray! I can try and scan the warp core, but you have to be an engineering tune. Containment of the warp core is failing, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. You need to get your away team and the survivors off this ship as soon as possible. I wonder exactly how old this mission is. Because the game is 13 years old, and this is one of the first missions, but I don't know if this mission is 13 years old. When you were in the academy, you studied mission reports from the USS Archer. In one instance, crew on the Archer reconfigured a plasma conduit and used it to disable a group of Klingons who had boarded their vessel. You might be able to do something similar. Well, then let's do that. I love that animation. It's just like green smoke starts coming out and he's just sitting there like shaking his fist the whole time. Again, I never played tactical, so like, was it supposed to work and I'm not supposed to have to do it a second time? I don't think it actually did anything. No tactical training. The class missions are broken on this mission. Because like I said, I've never gotten credit for the science mission. I did the tactical and didn't get credit for it either. So I think it's just that they're just broken.
But their call for assistance has given us a chance for glorious combat.
Stand and shoot. There is another mode of combat. Catherine Johnson, we have Klingons. Catherine Johnson's the name of our ship. Must be a cloaked vessel. I'm trying to remember how one does. Is it? Yeah. So there's this mode as well, which I basically never use, but this is more similar to like fighting in something like a Mass Effect game. Insofar as like you've got the reticle and Orion reinforcements on the way. Oh no. What's interesting is, like, this is great and all, but to use your abilities, then you have to actually use like the keyboard controls or pop back out of it. Yeah, I haven't figured out a way to make it work for me yet. Because I would definitely, I think I would enjoy ground combat more in that sort of mode, but activating abilities is harder. Sorja Kent, welcome. Thank you for the follow. It always takes me a second to figure out, to parse names and make sure that I'm, or try my best to read them. Incoming message from the Klingons. Putting it on screen.
Leave now if you know it's good for you, Starfleet. We are taking this ship, her crew, and her cargo.
I think not. Unnamed Klingon. The Azura and her crew are under Starfleet's protection. Where are you, unnamed Klingon? Oh, there you are. Nice of you to actually show your faces. Cowardly Klingons. Oh, yeah, we did Swiss cheese with them. Where are you? There you are. I do like having some hanger pets to attack when I get distracted. Oh wait, there are numbers? I literally, I don't even notice the numbers when I'm playing. I just see the booms and like, I don't know, I have fun. But yeah, I don't actually notice the numbers, but yeah, whole string of numbers. Captain, we need to get within range and try to get a transporter lock on Captain Brott. We can save Captain Brott.
Attempting to get a transporter lock on Captain Brott, sir. Boosting containment. We have her, Captain.
Yay. Sadly, your ship is gone. Captain Brott is safely aboard, sir, and just in time, too. We got her just before the ship exploded. Captain Brott has requested that we take her and her crew to sector space. Starfleet will get them home from there. She said she would be happy to speak with you if you wish. Sure, I'll speak with the captain.
You saved my crew. I'll tell you whatever I can.
What was your mission?
The Azura was a transport ship, best in the quadrant. Mostly I hauled medical supplies or farming equipment, but I had room in the cargo bays for a little of everything. I have one customer who is just crazy for Tranya.
Tranya. Oh, it's filled with all these tiny little references. So good. You're a big fan of 11 and 133 for reasons? I do not know what these reasons are,
I don't save the galaxy on a regular basis like you Starfleet types do, but hauling cargo is a good way to make a living. I'm helping people in my own way. You saved my crew.
I don't
I'll tell you
I don't know the
can.
reasons for 11 and 133, but I'm glad you have numbers that you enjoy. The Orions.
Thieves, pirates, and a whole lot of trouble if you ask me. Raiders have always been a danger to ships like mine, but the problem has gotten worse since the Orions allied with the Klingons. Now they think they can do anything to anyone. Someone needs to put a stop to these raids.
You're not wrong.
You saved my crew. I'll tell you whatever I can.
Prime numbers.
We have been having trouble with the warp core for a few days. I was hoping I could make it to the closest starbase, but when the containment field started to collapse, I used every bit of power we had to help stabilize it. The minute I rerouted power from the shields to the containment field, the Orions were there. For all I know, they detected I was in trouble and were waiting for the right time to pounce.
Which Pokemon is 133 in the Dex? I don't know them by their numbers.
You saved my crew. I'll tell you whatever I can. Go back to Bellaris for a few weeks, I suppose. I have enough Latinum saved up to get me back on my feet. As soon as I can get another ship, I'll be doing transport runs again. I have customers waiting. You saved my crew. I'll tell you whatever I can.
I think I know enough. Thank you. Let's go. Eevee is awesome. I like that Eevee is so versatile and can evolve into so many different things. Paris is my favorite. I don't really like Parasect at all, but Paris is just ridiculously cute.
Saved that crew just in time.
Incoming message that it's nearly time for end of stream. Got 15 minutes of adventuring time left. Okay. So we get the Azura personal comm code, which lets us call in the Azura freighter and access the bank and stuff like that when we're out and about. That's what that does. Eevee is quite cute.
Starfleet has lost contact with the Federation's science station in the Kasei system, because all communications from Kasei-2 must be boosted by a satellite that compensates for Metreon isotopes prevalent in the system. It may be that the communications array is in need of repair. Please make the necessary repairs to the communications array and re-establish contact with the science station.
All right, we will accept that mission. So yeah, we picked up a bunch of stuff. I almost said junk. It's not really junk. It's just all the equipment that we have is better than what we just picked. What we picked up from missions. So I will probably recycle it for the energy credits. But I can do all of that stuff off stream. I'll also figure out exactly who I want as my bridge officers. Because I've got the defaults, and then I have the Enar, who I have not adjusted his look. He needs hair. Sorry, his hair is just not there. The holograms are great. I actually prefer the other characters to the holograms. For the characters that are going to pop up in communication windows and stuff like that for me. But the holograms are the ones that have the abilities right now, so I need to get some like crew training to basically train up the others so that they'll be useful. I won't advance story missions, but I might do some of that stuff off stream before we play STO again. But for now, I'm actually going to change characters and just we'll approach the end of stream with my main character that I play, Krogan of Clan Shanann. And this is my sad attempt at trying to make a Strange New Worlds uniform in this game. It's as close as I could get. It's the best I could do. They need to put Strange New Worlds content in this game. Like, I desperately want Strange New Worlds content in this game. You made chili tonight and you've had more than one bowl. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Also, I'm here at the memorial. It's probably too soon. There's no way. Yeah, they haven't got, they haven't got her name on there yet. I can't think of her name right now. The woman that played the Borg Queen in Picard. I mean, it was definitely too soon because she died yesterday. So you also made chili tonight? Apparently it's a good chili night. I'm gonna do I have time? I don't. There's no way. There's no way I finish a TFO in 10 minutes. Yes, Annie Wershing. Thank you, Shadows. I had grilled cheese and tomato soup. Some TFOs I could do in 10 minutes, but I can't count on it, and I don't want to be in the middle of a TFO and have to navigate ending stream while in the middle of it. So instead, let's go to my ship because I love my ship. Your house is like 60 degrees in the outside temperatures. Oh yeah. We're actually not bad right now. It's 73 in here and 44% humidity, which is lovely. And my office was only 68 degrees today. So like warmer than normal. And the humidity never got below 32%. So more humid than normal. It was much more comfortable in my office today. But my hands still get really icy cold. Where best to show off? I mean, flying around DS9 is nice. This is the USS Antarctica is the name of my ship. It is a Saturn class, and I love the Saturn class. Real feel of -3 and a high of 9. Oh, Hannah, I'm sorry. USS bottle opener. So the story with the Saturn class is that it's supposed to be able to go up and like position itself around a body in space that is to be studied. And so it's supposed to go up and just like encircle what it's going to look at. And it's a science ship. So I get it as far as like a design standpoint, but I just have fun flying this ship. I also love it if I put the gamma shields on it, and I have this lovely pinky purple bottle opener ship. It's a flying donut? Flying saucer? I don't know. But I do like the USS Antarctica. Save and continue. Oh, I have so many other ships though. The Macintosh. See if I can. I'm just poking at things right now because we're gonna be rating Cryptic Studios when they go live for what will be session 0 for Clear Skies Perseverance from the Streampunks. So this is my PowerPoint jellyfish. And if I remember how, yes. I can do that. This is also a really cool ship. It's really slow, but and your speed basically drops to nothing when you turn into this form, but it also continuously attacks everything around it when it's in the jellyfish form. Pay by surface area taxes. Let's see. No snow today, but ice pellets. That is not especially fun. You got your full Switch today. Congratulations. I don't think I've done anything with the Tamar, have I? I'm just clicking through ships now. So, yeah. I haven't been in Animal Crossing in eons. Vance, I'm glad you made it home safely. I have had times when I used to live in Minnesota and commute from St. Cloud to Minneapolis. There were days where it's like I was going decent speeds, I was doing, and I definitely had full like 720 degree rotation right next to an embankment that would put me in a lake if I went down it, or at least on a lake. Thankfully, never actually ended up. I was always able to recover, but it definitely happened multiple times, and it can be scary. Oh, I've got an actual flying saucer. I like this ship too. It's like the saucer section, but with nothing else. So I enjoy that ship. I have this one. I haven't actually activated this ship for this character. I like this ship as a combat, a hangar pet, so like a summon that you can bring in to help you. I like it less as a ship that I'm actually flying. But this is Book's ship from Discovery. Is that what up? Then I suppose it could be what plugs the hole in the Saturn class. Wow. See, where's my... I also haven't used this ship very much. I should. Do you all know what ship this is? This is Spock's ship from the Kelvin Universe Star Trek movie. Oh, go away. I don't want to stabilize Omega particles right now. The Abrams movie with the red matter. This is the ship. Oh, I've never played EVE Online. Wannabe, yeah, it's Spock's ship. Where is... Oh, yes. I have too many ships. And I also have a lot of these on the PlayStation as well. This that I have named the USS Spectral, apparently, is an Eisenberg class. This was from one of the recent... was it the most recent season of Discovery? And it is the Eisenberg class, named after the actor who played Nog. It's a flying phaser, kinda. And it has the warp nacelles that don't attach to the ship at all. So, okay, I should move us towards, I don't know how punctual they are on taking their channel live. So let me go to the credits screen and bring up their channel so that I can see it, to see when they go live. Nope. I want that muted. Thank you. Because we're going to head over to Cryptic Studios as soon as they go live. But thanks everybody for joining me. My next stream is the archive stream on Wednesday. And then Saturday will be Ultima 6. Sunday is Mass Effect 3. Next Monday, I'm actually going to do Star Trek Online again. And I may just throw it into more of a regular rotation because I'd like to. It is very weird not to be going over to Q Times, Iron Trout. I definitely feel that, but they're going to be streaming on Cryptic, so that's where we're going to go. Because it's about the stream punks. Although, if you don't follow Q Times, you should, and you should give your support, because Jake is awesome and has been a huge supporter of the stream punks and seems to also be supporting them in doing this here. So yeah, try Starship Titanic if I like Myst. Ooh, I've never heard of Starship Titanic. I will. Oh, I'll look at it. I may actually have seen somebody play that game. I don't know when they're gonna go live though. Like, I don't know. I don't see that they are as yet. So based on a Douglas Adams novel, that should be good. Yeah, okay, maybe it's not what I had seen somebody play. I should, while I'm on this screen, say thank you to my new followers, Storage of Kent, King of Ramashan, and Minnesota Vikings 18. And also, thank you to my mods, and thank you everybody who came and joined today. It's been wonderful. Like I said, I'm going to be doing Star Trek Online again next week. The week after next is when I will do the actual like Disco Elysium from having spun the wheel. And then it will definitely be Myst 3. So I don't know how this is going to work. But the plan, again, on Mondays is the final Monday of the month will be whatever I spun on the wheel. Maybe I do like the first Monday of the month is Star Trek Online. I don't know. Oh, you can get it on GOG. Thank you, Vance. I mean, I'm not running away quite yet. Oh, they just went live. So I will set up the raid and we will be heading over to Cryptic Studios on Twitch for Clear Skies Perseverance preview episode. Their official campaign starts next week. This is going to be a more informal chat session 0 type thing. But it's going to be awesome. So we're going to head over there. I'm going to set up this raid. And yes, okay. So thank you everybody for joining me. If you want to join in on the raid call, it's right there for you. So if you're a subscriber, you can copy from the first one. If you're not a subscriber, you can copy from the second one. I would love it if when we head over there, if you'd drop that in chat and let everybody know that we arrive. But thank you all for joining me. Hopefully I see you again soon. Until I do, get out there and do some shenanigans.